All right, who's ready to do this thing? I am. Hey, y'all, APG Jamie here. And today we are doing, that's right, a postcard. Don't run away just yet, okay? You're going to want to see it. Pretty sure about that. Anyway, it is for a charity cause to benefit the Encephalitis Society. And this postcard is being created and donated to the Twitter Art Exhibit 22. That's hashtag TAE22, okay? Where they will sell them off at the opening, which I think is mostly scheduled for March. Y'all know how that goes these days. Not bringing it up. So, there's information in the description box below. All right, y'all can join. All right, well, it might be too late now, but be sure to pay attention. Pay attention, as if you're going to pay. Anyway, look out for information on the 2023 exhibit, which I'm pretty sure they're going to have. I don't know. There's no guarantee on that, but pretty sure. That information typically comes out in mid-December, okay? Anyway, I started off with a piece of white cardstock that had been previously colorized with magicals. They're pretty magical, y'all. Anywhoots, we were now going through this Stamperia stencil, okay, and we did that with black soot archival ink. Oh, they're in the description box below. There's information about hashtag TAE22. All right, and also a list of ingredients, y'all, because we're painting a face. This is an older face. It's from one of the one of the 29 faces in September brought to us by Ayala, which is I Love to Paint. Anyway, okay, I don't remember what year it is, but I was going through straightening up stuff. Y'all know how I do that on rare occasions, and I found a bunch of faces, and I thought, oh, let's put a face on it, because I like doing faces, and y'all like seeing faces. Now, this is not necessarily a tutorial, okay, but you might learn some. I don't know. I'm using various brands of acrylic craft paints and, well, a couple student grades too. Anywho, and some Liquitex slow dry medium, I believe is what it is. So, various colors. Oh, I said that. Various colors, various brands, acrylic paints, slow dry medium. Repeat myself often, you know I like to do that. And in real time, it took me a little over an hour to paint the face and the hair, okay? No, you don't have to watch all that, because I have increased the speed significantly, all right? And it is going to take 25 minutes. No, it's not going to take 25 minutes. I think it actually takes about 15 minutes or so to do the face. So, yeah, whenever you're painting face, actually, whenever you're painting anything, in my opinion, I reckon, that you kind of push and pull. You strengthen colors, you weaken colors, and so on and so forth. And that's the fun of it. So, if you've not done the Twitter art exhibit in the past, perhaps you'll think about doing it in the future. Notifications typically go out in mid-December on when you can register, because they do request that you register. It doesn't cost you anything. You make your postcard, okay, to whatever particular size they're calling for. This, for 2022, they actually increased the size basically to a 5x7, which is actually kind of big for a postcard. But hey, I don't care. I like doing it. Anyway, you register, you do your postcard, you mail it in, so it does cost you a postage, it does cost you your time, okay? It needs to be an original. There are some basic guidelines to go through. It can't be, 3D or anything particularly like that. It needs to be mailable, y'all, okay? It's a postcard. Although we mail it to its destination, to the actual art exhibit location, in an envelope, so it doesn't get, too manhandled by the postal service. Y'all know how they are. Any hoodlets. Did I say it already? I don't know. The Encephalitis Society, and it's going to be in York, UK, okay? In the United Kingdom even. So, and it's fun. A couple of years ago, my postcard made it onto the cover of their catalog, which thrilled me to no end, obviously. Any hoots, we're just going to paint along, pushing and pulling colors and, keeping it pretty well subdued. She's not an overly attractive face, but she's certainly not an uggo either. Really no such thing as uggo, and I probably shouldn't even said anything like that. But y'all know me. I ain't got no couth. So she's got really high cheeks. Really high, like right underneath her eyeballs high. Okay? And when my hand is disappearing over there, I'm probably swishing my brush around in the water. And that's a napkin back. Y'all know all those napkins we use in our artwork? That's the back of a napkin. I'm using it to dry my brush and otherwise drips and wipe off excess paint and so on and so forth. And yeah. What else can I say for the next 2 days? I don't think it's 2 days. More like an additional 20 minutes. No, not really. It's not that long. Well, no, it's not that long of a video. I don't even think it's 30 minutes, y'all. You can handle it. You can do the time. You can do the time. So I have not painted faces for some time, and I do enjoy it. I have missed it, okay? So there may be more faces in our future. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. Never know. Y'all know I have a, excuse me, a basic schedule that I go by. It's in general, basic. It's so I can keep the various hops and different types of videos that I do kind of straight-ish, okay? So I don't get too behind kind of thing. I am quite happy with the way my postcard came out this time, y'all. Well, I've been happy with the way it's come out other times too, obviously, or I wouldn't have sent them in. Because, and I have to turn the fan on to my laptop because it's charging. It's now decided it needs to charge, so I have to turn the fan on to keep it cool so that it doesn't, conquer out on me and gent because it gets too hot and gent. So, I know I said it. I am pleased with the face. I am very pleased with the entire postcard. It even got one of my original quotes on it, y'all. Which you'll see that if you haven't already seen it. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. I don't know. So, there are lots of participants from, what did I say? 600 countries? That's a lot of places, y'all. It's around the world. Okay, people from around the world, and the ones that don't sell during the art exhibit are kept and sold, I think, by whichever charity it's for. they will keep the postcards and sell them like in their, I don't know. I don't know. They sell them, I guess, somehow. I don't know. I'm sure it's all in their information, but y'all know I might be too lazy to read that kind of stuff, so yeah, it could happen. And the eyes are pretty delicate. This one gets some eyelashes. Y'all know I don't typically put eyelashes on. Now they're little, normal, stubby eyelashes like regular people, girls, regular people's got, okay? So don't be expecting eyelashes that flap up on her forehead. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Okay, if that's your thing, more power to you. So, again, we're just, now I've got my liner brush, which has gotten terribly out of shape. And I mess with it, and I mess with it, and I'm like, oh, these hairs are driving me crazy on here. Because it's got like 10 hairs on it or something, maybe more than 10, but it's, it's a very fine, tiny liner brush as opposed to the other liner brush that I have over there, which I may add, the hairs are also rough and woolly on that. So when I got through with this session, I did spend some time trying to reshape the bristles, and hopefully they will stay in a proper position and not get all wild and woolly again. Okay, because it's the whole point of having one of them teeny tiny liner brushes is so you can do teeny tiny fine lines, right? And you can't quite do that when one of your brush hairs is all kicked out of joint, all right? Anyway, so painting and painting and painting a lot. Now I do make little tiny strokes so that the eyebrows do look fuzzy-ish, and we will do very, 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 very slight colored pencil work at the endish. So it is a mixed media piece. It's paper, and it's got inks and acrylic paints, and then we're going to do some colored pencils, and of course she was originally drawn in graphite as well. So anyway, you can kind of see the cloudy looking puddle on my fancy palette there. That is the slow dry medium, which makes stuff more blendable. Oh, and the face is drawn on a medium to heavyweight watercolor paper. So anyway, push and pull and push and pull, and I do put teeny tiny little dots for the tear duct in the eyes. I believe, personally, it's not something you have to do. I believe that really, now we're not going realism here, obviously we're not doing realism, but it really adds a little je ne sais quoi to the eye feature. So now we've moved on to the hair, and I went back and forth between black and brown and black and brown and black and brown, black and brown and brown and black. So we kind of went with a mixture of both. Right now we are using black with a lot of the slow dry medium in it. And which means if I've moved on to the hair, I'm pretty happy with the face. Now there were some times when I forgot to turn the camera back on. Okay. Like, I think when I added the life to her eyes, that's the little white flecks of light, reflecting light, and that kind of thing. Like I said, I worked on that face a long time. And the reason I know how long it is because I recorded mostly the whole time I was painting the actual face, and it said 56 minutes and some odd seconds. Okay, so I figure at least an hour, because I got her shirt to go and her hair and stuff. So yeah, and she's a little face. She's a little face. Most of my faces are little. Anyway. Now here comes some brown. It's actually kind of a tan, and I'm mixing it with the darker brown that I originally started, which are the shades and shadowings, outline kind of stuff. And don't worry about me getting out of line. Don't even worry your pretty little self about getting out of line, okay? And I'm going to cut that line away later. I don't think I showed that part. Did I film that part? I don't think I did. Musical interlude. It's a musical interlude for you, for me, just we. Musical interlude. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with the face and the hair and all that junk. So I got that sitting over there drying, and now we're gluing our background onto the printed back to the postcard, because they have certain informations that they want on there, all right? And then I had this extra little piece that I printed off, and I accidentally just crumpled it up, and I'm like, no, I need that, and I didn't want to print it again. So yeah, so now we're trimming those bits up, and this one is the one for the envelope, for where it's going, and we're just trimming all that up. I guess I could have cut that out, because stuff. Hickin', y'all. I've been waiting for that one. I was ready and waiting. And basically drying it. It did dry 3 or 4 or 5 days, a week maybe, before I actually mailed it out. See, ta-da, she's cut out. And now we've got 2 different colors of brown in a Prisma pencil. And I think I forgot to put that on the ingredients, so I'll have to go back and add it. If I forget to add it anyway, y'all know they're Prisma pencils, and I don't know what color they are, because it doesn't matter. They're browns. God. And we went over her shirt with gold, because it's pretty, and it made her shirt more interesting. Okay. And we went around her head with Black Magic, which also is not in the ingredients, and then we went around her shoulders with a brown. So now we've got some glossy accents, because she's getting some little teeny tiny wings. You don't have to have giant wings to fly, y'all. Okay, you just don't have to have giant wings to fly, and she doesn't have giant wings. She got good size wings for her good size person. Okay. And I found that for these plastic acetate type pieces that the glossy accents is best. Now it is getting sandwiched between her and the background. Oh, I like that background, which I inked around, y'all didn't see. Okay, because y'all didn't see that part. So yeah. And we're going to use my favorite glue, Eileen's Original Tacky Glue, to glue her onto the surface of the postcard, because I want to make sure she don't be coming off of there. All right? And we put glossy accents on the wings so that they will adhere to the postcard pretty well, or really well. And like I said, they're going to be sandwiched between, actually, see how they're sandwiched. Yeah. Like that. Oh, and we rounded the corners. Y'all didn't see that part either, because, I didn't show you. I'm happy with her. Then I noticed something on her neck, and I'm like, what is that on her neck? Get it off! Because somebody forgot to put a sealed coat of matte medium on her, which we will do, but I don't show you that part, because I don't show you that part. little weight on her. This is my quote, my own little quote. And I guess I better go look at the picture and see what it even says, because I don't remember what it is. This was filmed. This was filmed a couple of days ago. Oh no, I don't get to my voiceovers right away. So, and I blur out my real name in a couple of places. So if you should happen to see that part, ignore it. Okay? So we're just going to use some art and glitter glue to glue it on, because it is just printed on copy paper that has a little bit of inking on it. Okay? And it says, I'm just here to learn the gravity of life and to fly in spite of it. Ta-da! So, anyway, how nice, short and sweet. And getting that, whatever that spot is, off her neck. All right? My nose decided it's going to run now because it likes to do weird stuff. I'm very pleased. And here it is. I put autofocus on so you can kind of get a gooder look at it. There is some shimmer to the background, and of course her acetate wings shimmer as well. It's a pretty sturdy card. And now we're going to do our ta-da hands as we move into photo montage. I appreciate each and every one of you. I would appreciate it if you guys would take a look at the Twitter Art Exhibit 22. And if you could purchase these postcards online when they're available to purchase. You'll have to keep an eye on when that happens. So thanks for watching, and happy arting, y'all.